Hi everyone, it's me Nikki here with a highly requested video to do a fall inspired wreath. For those of you on my Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, you probably have seen me in the process of doing this. And today I'm coming to show you, number one, I want to show you how I repurpose my holiday fall items because we love to switch it up. I love my home to look different every year for the fall. I don't want the same look I had last year, but I'm not going to go out and spend a bunch of money on new accessories. So I have over the years learned how to repurpose things that I have and to do it so that I don't damage them so that I can change them up again next year. And so that's what I want to do in this example of this wreath today, is to show you how I take things I already have and make something new for the fall season. So let's get started, and I hope you will enjoy. Okay, burlap. I keep burlap on hand all the time for not only Christmas and fall, but all the time. I use it so many ways. Along with these peacock feathers, these are feathers that I've had and I've used in floor arrangements around my house. I've used in napkin holders, just all kinds of ways. So I have these on hand. And I always keep floral wire. I use 20 gauge floral wire, and you can get these at Michael's or any arts and crafts store. And a wire wreath. And I keep about 4 or 5 of these on hand all the time because I can reuse them every year. And embellishments. This is one that I had here, and just all kinds of different things. I make jewelry, so I tend to have stuff like this, but just embellishments and picture frames and whatever little accessories you have, you can find, you can use. And then I always keep my scrap artificial floral pieces in Ziploc bags because I can use them so many different ways every year. And this is a curtain shear that I had, a spare one that I had. I'm going to be using this one. I had purchased it and I had never used it for some reason, but it's going to come in handy today. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to start with our wire wreath and then our sheer curtain. And so this is a curtain that I got from Target. It's just a sheer, cheap, I think $6 curtain. But if you have a piece of fabric, you can more so use that. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to give my wreath a full feel. And I have a lot of ivory color, cream colors in my home, so this color works perfect. And I just fold it over and I just tuck and stick. I'm not using hot glue gun or anything permanent because at the end of the fall season, if I want to rip all of this out and do a Christmas wreath with some stuff I have around the house, I'm able to do it. And so basically, I'm just going around and I'm just tucking and kind of making little, filling in my wreath to give it a nice puffy look. Okay, now I'm taking those pieces of burlap that I had and I'm going to kind of tuck them also to help those fill in the wreath also. And this is what gives it the fall feel, rustic feel, and I just love burlap. I use burlap so much in my holiday decor. And so I'm simply just folding it over and I'm going to bunch it up and I'm going to stick it inside my wire wreath. Again, that's why I love these wire wreaths because you can reuse them and they allow you to be able to tuck, and I want a cleaner edge on my burlap, so I'm just simply tucking in the sides. But you can leave it out if you want more of a rustic look. And so then I'm just going to cut several pieces of this and just tuck it in. Again, I can reuse this at Christmas time in my trees or different places, even during the regular year for different things. So it's a wonderful, wonderful fabric to use when you're trying to do your fall decor. Okay, so I want a big, beautiful burlap bow, and I'm going to use this scrap here, this burlap fabric that does not look so pretty right now, but it's going to look beautiful once it's done. And so basically what I'm going to do is just take two pieces of this, and it's cut into long strips. And again, very reusable at Christmas time. I'm sure you're going to see me reusing this at Christmas time. But I basically am going to grab it like this here for one side of the bow. And then I'm going to take the other part, the other strip, and I'm going to do the same thing with it. I'm going to grab it and then I'm going to join them together to make one bow. Now I'm just going to put my little bow onto my wreath to fill in that one side where all the wire was open and exposed. And as you can see, my wreath will start coming together at this point. And so now I'm going to just do some tucking and bending in. And as you can see, I have my wreath here and it's ready for me to kind of embellish now. And so it's nice, full, it's soft colors because I like soft colors in my home. And so it gives me the fall feeling, but it still keeps those light colors also. Okay, now we're ready to just embellish. So I like my peacock feathers here, which I think give a nice feel to it and a pop of color. And so I'm going to put those in there and I'm just going to simply tuck those inside the wire of my bow there and they'll stick. And it's just, that way I don't have to hot glue anything onto my wreath because if I want to use these peacock feathers again, I can use them in something else. So I'm just going to tuck them down in there and they're nice and tight so that they won't move and it works great. Then I'm going to pin on my little flower here and I'm going to add, now I am going to hot glue this onto this little flower and this is a little scrap flower that I have so, I don't mind doing that. And I just am going to hot glue that onto the center of that. But if I ever want to use that embellishment again, because it's hot glue, I can pull it off and it'll work again for something else. And then you just start tucking and putting your little scraps of leaves and things like that to get it exactly the way you want it. And so when you're done, you have a beautiful fall wreath. I made one for my interior of my front door and one for my back door, and I loved how they turned out. So I hope you have enjoyed this. Also, please be sure to check out my other video that I did this week on my other channel, At Work with Nikki. I'll put the link in the description box below on 5 tips for fall-inspired desk. I kind of give you a desk tour of my fall-inspired desk. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that you all are off to a great fall season. Please have a beautiful and blessed week. This is Nikki saying goodbye.